All right, everybody. I am welcoming you back to another week episode, part journey of Sundials and Cobblestones. It's the mystery quilt, only in the fact that you have no idea how it's going to look. The only thing you know is its name. Sundials and Cobblestones that we are working on. This quilt is started with the intent of giving you bite-sized pieces. So one of my favorite sayings is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Sometimes when you're looking at that elephant, that's a mighty big elephant. And we'll call that, it could be a quilt, it could be a problem, it could be cleaning the house, it could be, whatever your elephant is. And so if you take a look at this elephant in its whole entirety, it can be overwhelming. But if you just take it one bite at a time, you can eventually eat that whole elephant. Okay, that probably didn't sound so good, but you can accomplish so much by doing one thing at a time. And so that's basically what we're doing today. So instead of taking a quilt top and saying, okay, here's the pattern, we're going to work on it. I'm giving you one step at a time. Last week's step was, let me get my eggs out of the way. Let's get my camera off of me because as much as it looks much better, it's still, ugh. Okay. So last week's project, your homework, per se, was to create these 4 patches. Okay. The measurements are specific. So if you would like to join us and you have not done this, oh, welcome, Miss Jerry and Miss Susan. So glad you're on today. If you would like to do this, you can get caught up very easily. The week 1 pattern is in my Etsy shop, and week 2 steps will be in the Etsy shop after this live, and you can purchase them from there. If you're on my email list, you will get it automatically. And since this step is really not that hard, I'm going to send that email out right after this episode, or at least I'm going to try to. So hopefully you can get this in your email really quickly. Otherwise, it will be available to you afterwards. Okay? Oh, hey, Debbie, welcome. So glad you joined. Listen, guys, don't forget to like and follow. Make sure you're following so you can get the notifications. Or if there's a place to click on notifications, make sure you're clicking on the notifications. And don't forget to like the page. Give me thumbs up, hearts. No mean faces. Facebook doesn't like mean faces. Okay. Let's delve right in here. All right, so these are the squares that you should have finished. You should have 20 of each, if I remember this correctly. 20 of each. Yes. Okay, 20 of each. This was your homework. Hopefully you got it done. I have to be honest, I finished up just before this live. But it went very quickly. I chain pieced it. And then I ironed them doing that fun little spinny thing that I do. I'm hoping that my video camera will adjust, and apparently it doesn't adjust. So let's see. Let me try something here real quick, just so I can see. Nope, that's the wrong direction. I'm hoping that if I bring it in closer, then maybe it'll be clearer, but it's not that clear. Okay, I can definitely tell I need a new camera. That's such a shame because I spent a pretty little penny on that camera. All right, so let's go ahead and get that all the way back there. Move that over just a little bit and up just a little bit there. Okay. All right, y'all. So we did that nice little spinny trick we did with to alleviate that bulk that you would get from all those different layers in the center. And it works out really well. I like how flat it looks, and I like how close the points are. And I've had some people show me their points over the week, and I'm so impressed with you guys. You guys are just amazing. I can't believe it. Just your talent just blows my mind. Okay, so this week, here's what you were supposed to cut. Now, mine is the B kit. This is the kit number B. You should have left over from last week, you should have a half a strip of your A and a half a strip of your C. So we are going to use those today. In fact, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and sew them together. So we're going to take one of your A strips, and we're going to put it with your half strip. And we're going to take one of your C strips, and we're going to put it with that, okay? Now, you have everything you need to do the very next part. So, are y'all ready? Here we go. Take an A strip, and take an A strip and take a C strip, and we're going to put them face together, and we're going to sew them. And we're going to do this with this one, set these over off the side, and then these ones we've set aside, we're going to do it with that one. And right now it doesn't matter which one is up. Just remember that these are faced right sides together. Okay, I'm going to clip mine for right now. You can clip or pin, just so they know that they're supposed to stay together. Okay, and then those halves, we're going to put those together as well. Right sides together. Just like that. And then these last ones, you can go ahead and do the last leftover A to a C, and you should have one C left over that has no little companion. And I'll show you all of them real quick just so we make sure we're on the same page. Yes, we are sewing all of these together. We're going to do long strips. You should have one C left over. Just set it off to the side. Now you have your half strip here. These are your two half strips you put together. There's a long A and C. You're going to sew that together. There's another one. And here's another one. And that should be all of them. So you should have 4 sections that you're going to sew together. And again, it doesn't matter which one's on top and which one's on the bottom, because you can flip these either direction. What's going to matter is which way you iron them. All right, so let's come over here to the sewing machine. Find my come on over here. I'm going to start with the no, wrong one. Sorry, I picked up the wrong one. Thought I was picking up the half piece. Okay, so this is the half piece. This is the one that's going to measure about 22 inches, 20 or 22, between 20 and 22 inches, depending upon your fabric. So this is A and C in the half. Remember, follow that 1/4 of an inch. All right, we've got all this together. We are going to come back over here. And we are going to snip those apart. Get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. I don't know if y'all have one of these little thread cutter thingies. I absolutely love these. I have several different kind, and I have one that's kind of a homemade one, and I like it too. All right, so we have all of our sets done. We should have 3 long sets and 1 short one. 3 long, 1 short. Okay, everybody got those done? Carpet underneath, that's a good one. Slow down the speed of the sewing. Yeah, I have done that. I've had to do that. There have been times where I have to do that. Carpet underneath, that's a good one. I think I saw somebody once who actually brought a, I don't want to say a 2x4, it wasn't a 2x4, maybe it was like a 1x6, and put that underneath their sewing machine, and actually that seemed to help a lot. Ironing. Where did I put? Oh, they're down here. I am trying really hard to organize, and the problem is sometimes I organize so well that I can't remember where I organized. Move that out of the way, and it says to iron to the fabric A, which is your focus fabric. There, I'm going to put it this way. It's easier for me. Got to remember, I got to move that up. Okay. And I'm going to turn on my big one, but it's not on right now, so we'll use a little one for the first strip. Because I have my little Oliso on. That was a gift from my kids for Mother's Day. And then one day they asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, I want an iron. They're like, how many irons do you need? I'm like, until I find the one I really, really like. But my kids are good at supporting me in this. My husband too. He's just been amazing. All right, so we have all 3 of these done. You know, I don't know if I ever really liked SpaghettiOs. My mom always cooked, so we always got the, I don't know. It's hard to explain. You know, once your taste buds get used to something, that's kind of like an example, a boxed macaroni, mac and cheese. You know, my kids grew up on that stuff. Okay, so we're going to set 1.5 strips aside. Okay. Now let me get rid of this. We got a little more sewing to do. And then we're going to take this piece and we are going to sew it together long strip, just like this. Okay, so you should have A, C, A, C. So you're going to put an A and a C together, flip it over, line it up, and we're going to stitch that together. So my kids grew up on mac and cheese. They grew up on canned corn, canned green beans. And my husband is actually one of those people that grew up on a farm, so he ate everything fresh, which is great. But when he tried to get them to eat, Jerry said she hates them. She eats spaghetti, not my favorite. So when he tried to introduce my kids, my grown kids, to fresh vegetables, mac and cheese made in the oven, you know, with the cubes of cheese and the milk and everything, they were like, oh, we don't like that. It's like because they grew up on processed mac and cheese out of the box, you know. So I think a lot of it has to do with how you grew up with it. Okay, so let's go over here to the throat plate. And we are going to stitch this down. Now, does anybody have any questions so far? Anything so far? Is it clear? I know last time some people were just a little bit, you know, again, it can be a little overwhelming sometimes, especially if you don't have the instruction in front of you, and that's why I went ahead and sent you the instructions that night, so you could see on the paper what you needed to do. So a diagram to go along with the video. And yeah, I am blowing through this. And just making sure they stay lined up as I finish the last stitch. Okay. Bring the iron back over here. So did anybody experience that, you know, in their childhood, or in, you know, going from childhood to adulthood, found that you really didn't care for something that everybody else thought was so great, and you're like, ew. That actually works better when you're doing it on the table. $15 people. All right, y'all. Somebody come in and say hello that I haven't heard from, because I had 15. That's quite a few. I think last time we had 11. So Mrs. Jerry is on. How about Miss Claudine? Miss Claudine, are you there? Haven't talked to her today. Miss Jerry, how are you doing? You had us worried for a little while there. I'm just glad to see you're on. There was 16. Oh, wow. There's 16 now. Nice. And y'all, please feel free to share this on your page. I certainly don't mind if anybody else joins us or watches, or, I mean, there's no great secrets that I want to try to keep, you know, to myself on this. So if you want to share this on your Facebook page, or you watch the YouTube and you want to share the YouTube link, please feel free. I mean, the more you guys help me get out there, the bigger we can make this. And I'm all kinds of excited about that. Not feeling so great today. Oh, Miss Jerry, I'm sorry. You got somebody at the house with you, just in case? Okay. Now, we're going to take that last C strip, our last C, and we're going to place it face down on top of the A, just like this. And I'm going to grab me a clip without burning my arm on my iron, which is sitting right there in front. I guess I can move it out of the way. That would be easier. And then we're going to sew that down. So right sides together, you're going to put that last C strip to that A strip. So when you're done, you should have C, A, C, A, C. Here. C, A, C, A, C. Ooh, thank you for the heart. Don't know who that was. It unfortunately doesn't show me that, but thank you so much for the hearts. I love it. I love to see the hearts. My son, not on my phone. My phone is here. He takes pretty good care of me. You're so cute. Hang on, I think I about cracked my lip on that smile. Put some chapstick on. My lips are so dry today. Painfully dry. All right, let's get over to the correct camera. And try not to step on the strips. Ta-da! We got that one done. All right, let's get that ironed. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to iron it to the A. So all I'm doing is I'm flipping this over and dragging it this way. Oop, hang on. Sorry. Okay. Nope. There. All right. So we're going to iron it to the A. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it over and drag it this way so that it keeps that seam underneath there, right underneath that A. Nice and flat. Yeah, I can't believe how good that concoction is, that internet concoction. That Lady Dean, I call it Lady Dean because of Miss Claudine. That's one of her little handles, I guess. Just trying to make sure that's nice and straight. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Get my little vacuum out of the way. It's funny, I had to basically vacuum my shirt before we got started because I had lint all over me from doing just a little bit of work that I was working on. She does seem to, it's kind of funny. It's really a love-hate relationship. You either love doing binding and you can sit all night long, just watching TV and doing binding, or you hate it. And I'm afraid I'm one of those ones that I don't like it. It's not my favorite. I can do it, and I'm getting better at it because there are days I have to hurry. But it is not my favorite thing to do. So if I can find somebody else that loves doing it and they're anxious for my work, I'm like, yes, take it now. So I just thank God for Miss Claudine taking my binding from me. Okay, got that down there like that. I'm just gonna run that seam real quick, make sure everything's straight. All right, y'all. There it is. Just watch your other seams too, because it's easy to get them all kind of janky. All right, so when you get to this point, your end to end should be, where did I put my ruler? I believe it should be 12 and a half. Well, that'll be embarrassing if I come up short. Yep, right at 12 and a half. All right. Yes, all seams towards A. Iron towards what? Iron towards what? Iron towards A. So let's take a look at the back of it. And this is what it should look like on the back. All your seams should be ironed towards your A. What this will do is it will help to, when you're putting these together, it'll help you to nest and to keep the bulk minimized. So iron towards A. Beautiful. All right. So here's our very next thing. We're going to line it up. Let's see if you can see it. Let me bring it down a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on there or not. All right, my other ruler. We're going to trim off one end, and out of this material right here, the 5 pieces that we put together, we're going to trim 10 pieces. Okay. And then I flip this around because I am right-handed, so I do everything from the right side. This is a 3.5 inch, and we are going to trim it up, trim each section, each 5-piece section, to exactly how wide you made those strips. Just checking to make sure. Yeah, 10. You need 10 cut at 2. 8, 9, and 10. And that's how many you need. And you set the rest of this aside and use it for something else because you're pretty much done with this. How do I find your Etsy shop? Right here in the description on this Facebook is my Etsy shop, but you could also put in SRQ Quilters, sorry, srqquilter.etsy.com into your search engine, and it will pull it right up. I used to have it really easy. It used to be srqquilter.store, but at the time I was not selling nearly enough, and it was costing me every year for that. So I just went ahead and canceled that. I might get it back eventually, you know, if the Etsy store picks up a little bit more. All right, set this aside. Now you are going to grab your B and A's. Jerry, don't you dare feel bad. Don't you dare feel bad. You know what? It's like, it's one of those in plain sight things, you know? You just, it's there and you just don't realize it, and it's okay. We're allowed to be that way. All right. I am not going to get us confused. Let's just do it this way. We need 20 of these next ones. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut 2 7/8, and we need 20 of them. And 20, and that's it. That's how much you have left over of that one, and you have a little bit left over of that one, and this is what you need. And this is week 2. We have just completed week 2. All right, ladies, so what do you think so far? So far, is it doable? Does it make sense? Are we getting there? My pleasure, Miss Claudine. Anytime you need some help or questions or whatever, you just let me know. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Remember to like, subscribe, follow me here. If you can get hooked up on my personal one for my guild members, you know, please feel free to ask to join. I will be happy to accept you on my Facebook page so that we can link up on there if possible. But definitely follow on here. If you watch YouTube, and please, I'm begging you, take time to watch it on the YouTube as well, and make sure you follow and subscribe as well. You know, and the YouTube's different because I've added a little bit, I've sped it up. You know, I try to do fun things with it, so it makes it interesting. Here, let me get over here. Fortunately, I think we're just about done. So I apologize. The camera 4 did not want to come up at the last minute, and it was frozen. It's still frozen. And I don't know why it's glitching on me like that. Okay. All right. So what is the Facebook name? SRQ Quilters is the one I want you to follow. No, thank you, Miss June. You guys have been fantastic, and I am beyond grateful that you guys get with me every Sunday, and we have this shared time together, and I just enjoy it so much. And we are at exactly an hour, so let's go ahead and do our ending prayer. So, just so you know what's coming, and if you decide you don't want to go through, to the end of this, this is a good time to go ahead and jump out. But I'm going to go ahead and do our closing prayer. Remember, I will see you next Sunday on the next live, and then the next Sunday, I believe, is Easter. Whatever day is Easter, we will not be on. Thank you so much, Miss Claudine, and you have a wonderful day as well. Right now, let's go ahead and get to our prayer. Father, I just thank you for another beautiful day, another chance to get together with friends, to get together with family, to share the knowledge that you've given us, to be able to speak openly and freely, to have a wonderful day in your name, to show your glory, and to be able to give to other people. It's the greatest gift, Father, is to be able to share with other people. And we just give you all the honor and all the glory for it. In Jesus' name, amen. Listen, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I can't wait to find out what you had for dinner, because I'm not sure. I think I forgot to take out the hamburger meat for dinner tonight. Well, we'll just have to see how that goes. Sometimes there's a fast way to get the hamburger meat unfrozen, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, thank you again. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will figure out all of this technical stuff, because I can't believe it froze up at the last minute. And I don't even think I moved anything. You guys have a great one. I love you. You guys mean the world to me, and I will see you soon. Hugs.